plan on staying in your room all day? I can't keep begging you. I'm tired of shouting for you to come and eat.
I don't want to eat your food. And don't talk to me after what you did.
You are an ungrateful person. I'm trying to help you here. You're about to turn 18. It's a big deal. Many people will try to take advantage of you. I'm sorry for slapping you. I wanted to get some sense into you.
You want me to sign over my inheritance. That's not fair, and it shouldn't be on your mind.
How dare you be so ungrateful after all I've done for you orally?
You slapped me and could have hurt me. The money is mine, not yours. Did you pretend to be a good mom to get the money?
If you disrespect me in my house, you have no right to stay here.
So you're kicking me out before I can take care of myself?
Yes, you think you're a grown woman, so act like one. Pack your things and leave tonight. I don't care where you go.
But, Mum, you've heard about the disappearances happening lately.
Open the door and give me what I want. I don't want to ask again.
No, it's my money.
Did you really think I couldn't break down the door and toss you out like the vermin you've become? You're utterly useless to me.
Mom, please reconsider. It's midnight, and I'm penniless. Where am I supposed to go?
Should have pondered that before choosing to defy me, acting so ungrateful. Consider the years of toil I've endured, and you don't wish to compensate me.
I said I could part with some money, not all of it.
You're getting $3 million, and you expect me to settle for a measly $200.
Dad left you with substantial funds to care for me and bought this house.
Cry me a river. Call the cops if you must. It won't faze me. Leave my driveway. I need to sleep.
Astonishing. You're not the mother I thought I knew, and I know who's responsible for this transformation in you.
Oh, come on. Don't speak ill of him. You should be grateful. He's been so helpful around the house.
He lacks a stable job, and you're constantly giving him money. Why let him manipulate you like this, Mom? I'm disheartened by the person you're becoming.
I'm the mother. I'm the one who should be saying that. By the way, your birthday party is off.
Says who? Are you forgetting that Isabella's mom arranged everything? Even if it was your money, she orchestrated and signed for it all.
Well, then enjoy it without me because we're finished.
Hey, are you all right? Did you miss a second period?
I had to consult with a lawyer about my situation. My mom is contesting the will.
Why? She's so resentful. It's not like you won't support her if you have the money.
She thinks I'm too young to handle all that money. Perhaps, but I have a mentor willing to teach me about investing. What I don't want is for that money to fall into his hands.
That guy is a real creep.
Either way, thank you for letting me stay at your place. You were the only one who responded.
Anytime, bestie. You know I've got your back.
We'll be back before the fourth period.
Hey, I wanted to tell you this before anyone else did.
What's up?
The other girls don't want to sit with us at lunch. I think Corbin's daughter spilled the beans. They're saying you're too destitute to sit with them.
Classic Laura. I'm back now.
I saved us a table. I refuse to sit with those phony girls. Did you know they ignored the texts and calls you sent for help?
What? It's unbelievable. Thank you for standing by me.
Of course I will. You're a true friend.
I've known you for only 2 years, but your loyalty surpasses those I've known for years. Loyalty isn't measured by how long you've known someone.
Absolutely right. See you soon.
Hey, I informed your mom that you were at the library. Did you manage to secure the items?
Indeed, I did. The party is going to be fantastic.
How can you muster the nerve to throw a celebration while your mom is unwell?
Is she really sick? I couldn't care less. Does she even acknowledge my existence?
She does. Ease up on your mom. She's done a lot for you.
She not only slapped me, but hurled insults when I tried to assert myself. Is that what motherhood entails?
So where do you plan to stay? You can't crash at friends' places indefinitely. Surely you realize that.
I'll manage. I don't need the both of you.
Why not set everything aside and attend to your mom?
She didn't even give birth to me. Why should I be responsible for her? You claim to love her, so handle it on your own. My birthday party is approaching.
You're insufferable. We'll ensure you get none of that money. Remember, you're not 18 yet.
Do as you please. I'm not intimidated.
You should be. You'll end up with nothing, and perhaps that'll teach you to respect your elders.
You mean nothing to me, just a freeloader contributing nothing to the household.
There you have it. No party for you.
I meticulously curated the perfect mix for the school's best TJ after going through significant trouble. My bestie had to sneak out of town to get it, and now you've cancelled my party, citing a noise violation. I was attempting to keep quiet until after graduation, but you've pushed me. I'll visit Mom tomorrow. You're not welcome.
How can I be certain you won't unleash your temper on her and cause harm?
Because I'm not deranged. Your daughter Laura is more likely to resort to that.
Refrain from discussing my daughter.
Concentrate on her, not me then.
I refuse to believe a single word you uttered. If you bring such absurdity into my abode again, I won't hesitate to evict you. It seems you derive pleasure from being degraded.
Well, I'm speaking the truth. You can't lay a claim to my inheritance. I secured it a year ago.
I'm well aware of your age. You didn't turn 18 last year.
You didn't give birth to me, and your involvement in my education was minimal. The reality is, I had to repeat a grade.
You did what?
I didn't succeed in the subject you pushed me to take, so I repeated the grade and changed classes to ensure I passed. I kept it from you because I didn't want to disappoint you. Moreover, you got your boyfriend, who strikes me as dubious. So, as soon as I turned 18, I claimed my inheritance and bought a house. I feared you two would marry and cast me aside.
How could you deceive me like that? You clearly didn't come from my womb. It must be your mother's ordinary genes that influenced you.
Don't speak ill of my mother.
Why shouldn't I? Your mother was unhinged. Your father was relieved when she passed away.
He was devastated. Don't defame my mom.
Then I entered his life and brought about change.
But my mother wasn't a bad person. She didn't deserve to die. How can you say such things about her?
Well, she evidently raised you improperly. You're exceedingly ungrateful, despite all I've done for you. You've genuinely surprised me. You're free to leave and enjoy your new house, but I'll never lift a finger for you again.
Fine, as long as we're clear. I'll retrieve all of my belongings then.
Hey, I want to go out and get some food after school. I feel like doing some window shopping at the mall. You don't seem like wanting to go anywhere these days. Aren't you supposed to be furnishing your house?
Yeah, but I've been lazy and busy with school. You should probably stay at home too.
Oh, why would I do that?
I just don't feel safe in this town anymore. Sometimes I feel like someone is watching me. I'm constantly paranoid that someone will find out that I have the money and threaten me.
So, you think your mother would snitch? That wouldn't help her in any way. I think you're paranoid because of the amount of coffee you drink. You must be getting better.
Come on, don't insult my favorite drink. I don't know. I feel like someone is watching me.
It's all in your head, my dear. You'll be fine. Come with me. I saw this little shop that sells antique furniture.
Okay, only because you're buying lunch.
Fair enough.
Isabella, someone broke into my new house.
What the hell?
I just got there. I was speaking to contractors about redoing some of the windows. When I got there, the place was broken into and trashed. Everything was broken. Now I have to restart. I cannot move in when I want to.
Don't worry about where to stay. My parents love having you here. But do you think the attack was personal?
Let me send you pictures. This was personal, and I think I know who did it. You do know that I can press charges against you.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you've done to my house.
And what proof do you have?
I don't have security cameras, but guess what I do have? You dropped a hammer, the one with your initials. Guess you're getting sloppy. I said nothing because I was staying with Mom and you. I used to be scared of you, but I knew that you were shady. I know the kinds of people you hang out with. That was a low blow. and I'm going to make sure you pay for this.
Look, you can go and cry about this to someone else, but I don't give a damn. Check for fingerprints. You won't find a thing.
How can you be so cruel? I have worked so hard on this house. Oh my God, it was you having me followed. It has to be. You're going to jail for this, you creep.
Oh, please. You have no proof of anything, little girl. Don't mess with me.
If anything happens to me, you're going to be the #1 suspect.
Incidentally, he's been released. Never try that again. Why accuse him of such actions against your house?
So, you're involved in this?
Darling, why would I harm you? I'm not that heartless.
I'm not crazy, Mom. You're the one who did it.
By the way, to bail him out, I had to sell some of your trophies.
You sold my trophies. You're a monster and I hate you.
If you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
That man is not good for you. He'll destroy you. Be careful.
I won't take romantic advice from you. You're housebreak and shows you're too young for responsibility. Stop being a brat, and I can help.
I don't want your help.
What's happening? Why did we get an eviction letter? Please don't do this.
Leave my house, sell everything, but you won't live here with that criminal. You took care of me, but that doesn't give you the right to steal.
I panicked. I took care of you for so long. It was hard to let go.
You stole my money. He followed me, Mom. How creepy is that?
You had him arrested on false charges. Can't he come back and we live as a happy family?
It's too late. I can't live with a violent man waiting to hurt you.
How can you say that? He's been good to us.
He wants your money.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Fine. I'll do a background search on him to prove he isn't good.
If he has a criminal record, they must know I'm right.
I doubt he does. I hope your investigation is complete.
Yes, I found some shady things, but he wouldn't hurt me.
Tell me, so we can get rid of him.
He's been good to me. I can't just do that to him. I'm sure he can explain.
Mom, you're scaring me. Please leave that house. We can forget everything and move into my house far away from him.
Not with his kid.
You're pregnant?
Yes, I am. He knows and wants to get married. I've wanted to marry him for so long. I love him.
I gave you a chance, but you chose him. You're still getting evicted.
If anything happens to me, do not interfere. I got myself into this.
Okay, fair enough. Something happened to my mom.
What happened?
She found out about my stepdad and hasn't contacted me. It's bad.
What do you mean by that?
What if he finds out I'm snooping and hurts her?
Do you think he's the creeper kidnapping girls?
No, he wouldn't, would he?
He's lucky creepy. Contact him and find out.
My mom is pregnant, making it worse.
You have to find her.
No one's at the house. I should go to the cops.
Don't be hasty. Calling the cops might worsen things.
You're right. I don't need this. I have an exam tomorrow, the last one.
I'm so tired. I can't wait for school to be over.
Same here. After repeating a year, I'm over it. Where are you?
You were right. He's not to be trusted. He gave me the phone to tell you he kidnapped me. If you don't give him the money by tomorrow, he'll end my life.
What? He wouldn't do that. You're carrying his child.
Check your emails.
He did that to you. Oh my God.
I know you wouldn't want to save me. After all, I haven't been a good mom.
I told you, but you didn't listen.
Please help me. I really think he's going to kill me. I'm sorry for all I did.
Where is my mom?
You evicted us, did you not?
She isn't answering our calls. Where is she?
You don't give me what I want, and there will be nothing left of her. You have 2 days. Come alone and I'll send you the location.
My dear, thank you so much for helping me. I wish I hadn't dragged you into this.
You think? I want nothing to do with you after this. I warned you about him, but you didn't listen.
How much money did you give him?
2 million in cash. I think he's out of town already. Did he hurt the baby?
No, I'm not hurt. Wow, I didn't know you cared about me like that. I thought you would never want to see me again and would allow him to hurt me.
I don't care about you. I did this for the baby, and I couldn't have your death on my conscience. I did this merely because I'm a good person, not because I care about you.
You must come over for dinner so we can celebrate my freedom.
No, I don't want to see you. I lost my money because of you.
Please, I have to thank you in some way.
Fine, I'll show up, but with Isabella. I don't trust you. We'll need to discuss how to move forward. Mom, I hope you like the champagne Isabella's mom gave me for you.
Oh my, why is she so sweet? I'll keep it for after I give birth.
There's a lot to celebrate, like the crook being caught.
What? What?
Yes, I gave them marked bills and some fake ones. Got the idea from a series Isabella and I like watching.
Oh my God, why would you do something so dangerous? What if he comes back for us?
He won't come back, nor will he hurt you.
What makes you say that?
Because you two staged a kidnapping.
How do you know that?
Did you really think I believed you? Still up for that champagne? It might be the last one for a while.
I did nothing wrong, and you have no proof.
I just heard from the neighbor that my mom has been taken away by the cops for questioning.
I'm still baffled. How did you know they were tricking you?
I always had bad vibes about that man, so I asked her to look into him. I also installed cameras in the treehouse overlooking the house without them knowing.
He's creepy. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yes, instead, my mom, Corbin, and Laura, his daughter, packed bags and left the house. All three seemed happy. I used a Find My Friends app to track Laura to a lodge.
Damn, girl.
Enid spilled the details about which lodge, and that's how I knew they were tricking me.
So you figured out they were tricking you?
Yes, but I needed to teach them a lesson and get that man out of my life. The things I found out about him are chilling.
How chilling.
Maybe I'll tell you on Halloween.
So you gave him fake bills and waited for him to get caught?
Yes, and the great part is, he's a previous offender, which is not good for his parole.
That's good and all, but what about your mom's baby?
The law will deal with that. She chose to participate in a crime, so she needs to be prepared to do the time.
I have newfound respect for you. You outsmarted two grown people.
I knew if I didn't do something, they'd hurt me for the money, so I made sure they got what they deserved.
I'm proud of you for standing up for yourself while acing your exams.
I'm glad to. Now let's have that perfect holiday. I just finished furnishing my house. Let's go for a party. Corbin got about 15 years in prison with parole after 10 years because his daughter turned against him. My stepmom did give birth, but her parents took the baby. She struggled to find a job in town for a while because no one trusted her, so she left. I, on the other hand, went to college after my trip with Isabella and am having the time of my life. Regarding step-parents having access to step-kids' funds, it depends on the individual circumstances, legal agreements, and the relationship dynamic. In many cases, financial matters involving stepchildren are typically handled through legal channels such as custody agreements and wills to ensure fair and transparent arrangement.
Kiva, are you there? I have something I really need to talk to you about. That's about $1,500 you send me every month. The problem is that I went to the bank today to make sure it was sent, but it wasn't there.
Hi, Mom. That's right. The money has not been sent yet. Today is the 24th. I sent money on the 25th of every month, remember?
Oh, is that right? I guess I just got a day off, sorry. But really, Kiva, you should know better than not to let me hope so. Now I feel like I lost all that money. I think there must be a punishment for your bad behavior. You should send me money immediately.
I'm sorry, Mom, but that's not going to happen.
What did you just say? Insolent kid, now you don't listen to your mother? I don't even know who you have become, but you are certainly not the daughter I raised you to be.
Mom, I don't want to argue, so I won't even care what you just said. But anyway, I only have 1,000 in the bank right now.
Are you serious, Kiva? Honestly, what kind of person would I have raised if you didn't even have a basic common sense about how to spend and save money? I bet you just squandered it all on frivolous things. That's good. If that's all you have to send me right now, I guess I'll take it.
No, Mom, that's not all I have to send you. That's all I have. I can't send it to you.
I don't want to hear any excuses. Send me that $1,000 right away. And of course, I still expect 1,500 as usual tomorrow.
Mom. You didn't listen to me. I could send you 1,000, and I certainly wouldn't be able to pay you that plus your usual 1,500.
Why does it seem to be your goal in life to let your mother down? I don't care if you can't do it. Just make it happen.
Mom, how can I buy the basics for myself if I do?
So now you're saying you think your life is worth more than mine? I can't believe what I'm hearing from you, Kiva. Now go to the bank and transfer that money to my account.
No, Mom. That won't happen today. But tomorrow, I promise you your money will be there like every month for almost a decade now.
Sorry? Didn't you hear me?
Okay, Mom. I need to get back to work. We will talk later.
Kiva! You answer your mom or you'll be in big trouble, okay?
Hey Kiva, is everything okay? You look like you are experiencing something that has really bothered you at work today.
Oh. Rory, did I look like that?
Don't tell me your mom is bothering you again, okay?
Well. Basically, yes. She messed up the date and thought she would get her money today when it actually arrives tomorrow. But she was very angry with me for her own mistake and complained a lot. Even after I told her that today was the 24th, she got even more upset. Then she said I should pay her $1,000 today as well as her usual $1,500 tomorrow to make up for making her so angry today.
Wow, she really bad. I'm really sorry to hear all of that, Kiva. But don't tell me you actually paid her for all that.
Of course not. You know, I'm not easily mesmerized by her words.
Well, I imagine that you must have a lot of experience dealing with her at this point. You have the patience of a saint, Kiva.
That actually means a lot when you say it.
Also, I apologize for not asking you directly if you were okay at the office when I noticed.
Oh, Rory. I'm not your responsibility, you don't have to worry about that. Besides, I know that you have a lot of work that you need to deal with. That won't really solve the real problem at hand, so it's fine indeed.
I got it. I also appreciate the way you talked to me about all this. By the way, Kiva, you have been sending your mother this amount every month for 10 years. I don't want to say anything sooner, but I worry that if something doesn't change soon, this could really start to affect us and our financial future.
I know, Rory, you're right. But that woman. You know, it was she who cheated on my dad and made my parents break up. And because of that, my mother was not given any alimony. And then my dad ran away and never paid any child support. And even without all that money, she was able to feed me and take care of me through high school. But now, all she says whenever I say no to her is that I should be more grateful to her for all she's done.
Kiva, it's not your fault and it's not at all what I think you need to apologize for. But I think we may soon have some big life changes and it's time to seriously consider our future as a family.
You're right, Rory. Right about everything.
Oh, and that reminds me. You haven't told your mom we're moving in together, have you?
No. I still haven't done that.
And your mom doesn't even know who I am?
Right. But it's not just your name, she doesn't even know you exist.
I think I have an idea of how we can use this to our advantage.
What do you mean?
Kiva, I will ask you to trust me. I think I have a really good idea, but I want you to leave it to me.
What is it?
Good. Your mom really seems to be dominated by emotions that can vary by penny. So I think we can use it. But I will tell you more about my plans later.
Okay, that sounds good, Rory.
Kiva, we have a serious problem and you should fix it.
Problem? But I have received confirmation from the bank that $1,500 has been transferred to your account.
Yes, the regular payment has been deposited, but you are still missing $1,000.
Mom, we talked about this the other day, remember? I said I can't and won't pay you that $1,000. I lived on the bare minimum to be able to send you money. In fact, with the way things are going these days, I might have to start sending less or nothing at all. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is serious.
Yes, everything you say is true.
I'm glad you understand. Okay, I still have some chores to do, so I'm leaving.
Stay there, young lady. Because I need to tell you, I actually came up with a way that you could send me $10,000 a month instead.
What? Mommy, is this one of those scam schemes?
I'll ignore that because I'm kind. And because for this to work, I need your help.
Oh. Okay, Mom, tell me your plan. Because to be honest, I have a hard time believing that something that can make $10,000 instantly is some kind of terrible scam. Either you're scammed or you are trying to scam others. This shouldn't get us in trouble with the police or anything like that, right?
Of course it's nothing like that. Everything will be okay.
Okay, tell me about your plan.
Kiva, my plan is that you will marry a man that I have chosen for you.
Sorry? What am I listening to?
Besides, this would also be a good thing for you, right? You will marry such a wonderful husband. This guy is the president of an IT company. That means he certainly wouldn't be short of $10,000 a month if it was his mother-in-law's money.
Mom, I really don't know what to say about this. I don't even know where to start.
I know. It all happened so fast that I could hardly believe it. But yesterday, a man suddenly visited and told me his whole story. I was very shocked. I don't really know the full story of him, but I guess he somehow saw you and knew it was love at first sight. I'll be honest with you, Kiva. I really don't know what a man like that would see in a daughter who only sends money to her mother. But I always say never judge a gift, so here we are. And besides, it doesn't matter at the end of the day, because if you marry him, he will definitely pay me $10,000 per month.
Mom, don't you think this all sounds a little too good to be true?
I think so. But don't worry, your mom did the research. He even had papers to show me to prove who he was. He even gave me a signed note guaranteeing everything he was saying. You see that? There's really nothing to worry about. The only thing left for you to do is marry this guy.
Mom, all of this happened too quickly. Now I have to think. I think I'll need some time to organize my thoughts. I'll get back to you soon. Rory, have you visited my mother recently?
Oh, Kiva! I actually did. I was going to text you to talk about it. Let me guess, your mom just texted you, didn't she?
Yes, just a minute ago. I really can't understand everything she sent. But she was telling a story about how some rich guy who loved me promised my mother $10,000 a month if I married him or something. She said he even gave her a signed document guaranteeing all of this.
I wonder if the note says something like, in exchange for accepting Kiva as my bride, I'll stop paying $1,500 monthly. $10,000 will be paid to settle.
Rory, what have you done?
And then it might go on to say something like, given that giving away her only daughter will make it impossible for her to live the life she's used to, she'll be paid $10,000 to sustain her life. Or something to effect.
Rory, what's all this about?
What's up? Did I say something weird?
Right? Do you think this is normal?
I guess not. Ha ha ha. Anyway, then, I'll go visit your dad too.
What? Did you go and meet my father?
And Kiva, you won't believe the lie your mother has been telling all this time.
What? You mean my mom was hiding something?
Kiva, your dad actually paid your mother's alimony as well as child support.
Are you serious?
Every month he sends her $1,500, just like you. He sends it monthly for years until you turn 18 the payments stop.
So she lied to me for all these years.
I guess so. I regret to be the one to tell you all this. But your dad says he never misses a check because he wants the best for you. He says there are times when he lives on the brink of bankruptcy but still pays monthly.
But in high school, my mom made me look for a part-time job because she said we didn't have enough money and I would need to contribute.
Good. You have all this information now. You can confront your mother if you really want to.
I really do not know. But something is telling me it's better to leave this alone.
Are you sure about that?
If you have a plan to work it out, I'll stick with it, but I really don't have the courage to face my mother face to face. But thanks to what you just told me, I really feel as though I can finally cut ties with her and be at peace with that. Maybe it would be easier if I just disappeared from her life.
If that's what you think is the best decision for you, then I won't say anything. Anyway, I'm going to get the marriage records. Can I come over to you?
Of course you can. See you later.
Kiva, guess what? Rory, the man I told you about. He just transferred $10,000 to my bank account. I guess that means you finally came to your senses and married him, right? Surely, in my heart I know that you are a good daughter who listens to me. And now I make $10,000 per month. You really finally made your mom proud.
Wait. What are you talking about? Oh, that's right. I understand what happened. You are wrong. They actually said he would stop all payments.
What? No. You are wrong. He stopped paying your $1,500 and replaced it with his $10K.
Oh. Are you sure about that?
Of course I'm sure. Anyway, I've moved out of my old apartment and decided to live in a hotel from now on. And with the money coming, I won't even have to keep my job. Actually, I left work earlier today. Oh, Kiva, it's like I became a celebrity or something with the lifestyle I'm going to have now. It's great to have that much money. I'm very happy. Kiva, I need you to transfer those $10,000 to my bank account right now. Oh, this is really bad. I contacted Rory again and told him we had a deal and he offered me $10,000 a month in exchange for marrying you. And he came back and told me that $10,000 a month was never part of the deal. He told me he agreed to pay me $10,000. It's been a help to me while I find a way to live on my own because you won't pay me anymore. But that's not all. Then I got a call from an attorney claiming to be representing your father, claiming that I abused child support. How did it all get here? I just don't understand. This is really bad. I do not know what to do. I think I will get all this money monthly. That's why I choose this hotel. Between room and room service, I've already spent all my money. Oh, this is bad. Really, really bad. That's why I need you to listen to me right now, Kiva. Instead, I need you to send me $10,000. That way, I can take some time for myself and try to think of a way out of this mess. Hurry up and deposit now. Are you listening to me, Kiva? Kiva. Are you there? It is an emergency. The money I requested was never credited to my account, and so I had to check out the hotel. I thought I was going to live with you in your apartment, but when I got there... Kiva, why didn't you tell me you had roommates with another girl? And then I tried to call your agency so I could talk to you. And they told me you left the company 6 months ago. Where did you go? Kiva, I know you're there. You can't just leave your mother like this, Kiva. Answer me now, or you'll be in big trouble. Kiva.
So my mother was really in a bind. We were worried that she might show up at our office one day, but then we realized that without the money, she wouldn't be able to go all the way to see them. That's why I think she made the smart choice of applying for a job at a company near her home. She is so blinded by money that she thinks nothing wrong will ever happen to her again. And now she works around the clock in terrible conditions for a bad company. I got a message from her asking me for help. Honestly, after supporting her for all these years, no matter how bad she is, it still breaks my heart to see her suffer. But Rory told me this is what she deserves for living off other people's money for so long. In the end, I decided to cut her off from my life completely. I even went to the cell phone store and changed the number.
Hey, Selena. It's been so long since we talked. How have you been? We last spoke at our high school reunion last year, if I recall correctly.
Oh, hi, Evan. Yeah, it has been a while. What do you need?
Why are you giving me such a cold reception? I understand that it's been a while since we last talked, but we used to have a close relationship.
Why should that make a difference?
What do you mean? Of course it makes a difference. You were my best friend in high school.
Are you not aware of your own actions and their impact?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm referring to the events that occurred during our high school reunion. I'm referring to your actions of leaving and engaging in an affair with one of our former classmates. He had just gotten married a few weeks before. They ended up divorcing because of your inability to control yourself.
Oh, that. I didn't know you knew about that.
Of course I knew. Literally everyone at the reunion was talking about it. We are from a small town and we all know each other. Everyone knew what was going on within the hour.
I didn't realize I was so famous.
Only for being a homewrecker. I'm not sure that that's something to be proud of.
Maybe not. But at least people are talking about me. But anyways, that doesn't really matter. Me and him broke up a long time ago, so there's nothing more to talk about on that subject. I've started seeing someone else now, and my life couldn't be better.
Oh, I see. So why did you contact me? We barely spoke at the reunion. I didn't think there was anything to be said between us. Honestly, I didn't expect to ever hear from you again.
Well, I'm living in Portland right now.
Portland, Oregon?
That's the one. And I just found out that your husband is one of the clients of the company I am working for now.
Oh, I see.
We didn't get a chance to talk for long, but he told me about how he was to be away from home for 6 months for work.
Yeah. I think he's scheduled to be there until around September.
He said that he got the assignment because his manager took a liking to him.
That's one way to put what happened.
Why didn't you come with him? I can't imagine being away from someone I love for that long. You don't have any kids yet, right?
No, we do not have kids, but it just wasn't going to work out. It would have been a major blow to my career to be away for so long.
You could have just quit working. Then you would have been able to come to Portland with him.
It wasn't that simple. A lot of factors went into the decision for me to stay here. For one, we just started a major project at my job a week ago. I'm taking the lead in this particular project, so it would have been a major setback to abandon it. And even if I could hand the reins to someone else, I didn't want to leave my coworker shorthanded in the middle of something important.
Oh, really? I didn't think your career was so important to you. But I guess the decision has been made, so it doesn't matter either way now.
Hey, I'm sorry, but I have to go. A client is calling me. I'll text you later if that's all right.
No problem. Talk to you again soon. Hey, Selena. How have you been lately?
Fine. What is it?
Another cold reception. Do you always greet people like that?
Why would I be happy to get a message from someone like you?
Someone like me? What did I do?
I know you, Evan. You always have an ulterior motive when you contact anyone. So what do you want?
Good grief. That's a really harsh thing to accuse someone of. Can't I just want to chat with a friend?
Okay. What did you want to chat about?
Well, as it happens, there is something that's been going on that I need to tell you about. Ben has been living with me while he is in Portland on business.
Ben? As in? My husband?
Yup! We have been living together for the past few months.
I have no idea what to say.
I know. I'm sure it's pretty surprising. You're probably pretty confused. I get it. Your husband was taken away from home by work, and then someone that you used to be pretty close to stole him away from you in a romantic sense. I'm sure it's a lot to take in. But really, it's kind of your fault for making him live by himself in an unfamiliar place for so long. Of all people, I am one who understands how that feels. It's not a good feeling. I had to move to Portland because of things that weren't my fault and had to learn how to make do by myself in a new city. I understood the loneliness that he was feeling, and that brought us together.
Do not try to make what you are doing okay by getting poetic.
Sorry, that's just who I am when I'm in love.
Having an affair with a married man is nothing to brag about. Especially when the person you are talking to is that man's wife.
I guess you're right. I promise I wasn't trying to brag, though. I just felt like you should know. He's away from home and feeling lonely, so I built the hole that you left by not coming with him. You should be happy that he's not miserable.
Is that so? You take pride in the fact that you stuck your hand into another couple's marriage. At this point, I'm starting to think cheating with married men is just a hobby to you.
You're just jealous that we are madly in love. We have each other and nothing will stand in the way of us being together. I'm a little sorry for taking him from you. But with Ben's love, I know I will get over it soon.
Evan, did Ben not tell you? We've been divorced for several months now.
What?
There was a lot that happened before he left. We tried for years to make it work, but there were just too many bad feelings between us. It was time to let go and both of us move on. Besides, with the way that he got put on that assignment in the first place, I really don't think it will be the last. On top of all that, it's like I was saying when we talked a few months ago. My career is important to me. And our relationship had deteriorated to such a point that there was no way I was going to give it up to chase after him.
Oh, he never said anything about it.
You remember when we talked about 6 months ago? The divorce was finalized about 2 weeks after that.
So, when me and Ben started talking, you were already divorced?
Yes. And because we have no kids and I make plans you have money on my own, there wasn't much to the divorce. It was all said and done pretty quick. Not that it really matters at this point, but there is one thing I'm curious about. When did you and Ben start seeing each other?
About 4 months ago.
When did you start living together?
Almost 2 months ago.
And the two of you never talked about his marriage or anything?
I never asked. But, hang on a second. Something's not right. He gets phone calls and texts sometimes from someone that he said was his wife. And the other day, he asked me to leave our apartment until the evening because he said his wife was coming. If that's not you, then who is he talking about? Have you ever come to visit him while he's been in Portland?
No, not even once. All of the divorce paperwork was handled through our attorneys. There was no reason for me to see him in person.
Then why would he tell me his wife was coming to visit? Who the hell is he talking about?
Maybe he got remarried?
To who?
If I had to guess, I would say it's probably the woman he was seeing when we divorced.
What? He was seeing someone when you divorced?
I told you our relationship was in shambles. That's another reason that we split. Ben is really not good at being faithful. He had more than one affair while we were together. Sounds like it didn't take him long to remarry and find a way to cheat on his new wife. He never learns.
Wait. Do you know the person that he was cheating on you with when you divorced?
My best friend sleeps with my husband, or someone else's husband. I'm single. I wanted to have some leverage if you decided to make the divorce proceedings difficult, so I paid to have a full investigation done. Part of that investigation was to look into the background of the woman he was seeing.
Tell me who it is.
Now that I think about it, there's a chance that you know her too.
Who is it?
Her name is Kaylin. She's the daughter of his own manager before he left on a 6-month work assignment. You said that Ben is a client of your company, right? You may have met her at some point. I'm not sure if she is a full employee at the company Ben works for, but I hear that she involves herself in business affairs sometimes.
What does she look like?
I don't really remember. But she is only 18 years old and mostly just does company work from time to time, so her father will give her an allowance.
18?
A little time has passed since the investigation, so she might be 19 by now.
How did they even get involved with each other? She's so young.
I believe she visited the office some when she was still in high school. That's how they originally met. When I confronted Ben about the affair, he said that he fell in love with her the first time he saw her. Father was furious when he found out. That's why he sent Ben on an extended work trip, so they would be far away from one another. It seems that plan has not worked out like he hoped. For a while I was really bitter about the fact that he got involved with someone so young. But looking back, he was never good at being faithful. The age of the woman doesn't change that.
This doesn't make sense. I thought he loved me.
I think her family's money has a lot to do with his motivations as well. Despite her father's initial anger, Ben seems to be doing well financially. Some mutual friends tell me that he's always blowing money like he will never run out. So I'm pretty sure he is getting quite a bit of money from her.
How could he do that? She's more than 10 years younger than him. That's disgusting.
I agree. It creeps me out to even think about that relationship. But that's none of my business now.
But if all this is true, then why aren't they living together? Why is he living with me?
I remember something about they were having a new house built. They are probably waiting for construction to finish and then move in together. A friend of mine that works at the company told me that she is pregnant now. So I'm sure they plan on moving in together anytime now.
She's pregnant, too?
So I hear. She's probably due sometime next month or the month after.
But what does all of this mean for me? Was he just using me for a place to live until he was ready to move in with her? Does she know about this?
I find it kind of funny that you should be so upset. Didn't you message me in the first place to brag about stealing my husband from me? So you could say that the pain you are feeling now is exactly what you hoped I would feel.
This is different. I don't care about you.
Wow, at least you're honest, I guess.
You always had the best grades in the high school and the teachers and boys loved you more than anyone else. You think you're so much better than everyone else. I always hated you so much.
Evan, it's been over 10 years since we graduated high school. Whatever happened in high school is long past now. Let it go.
I can't let it go. You always had everything and no one ever wanted me. It's just not fair. I love him so much. I thought it was fate that I moved to the city and then he came here for business. It was like the universe was saying we should be together. I thought I had a once-in-a-lifetime chance to be happy and get revenge on you all at once.
Well, it looks like another woman is going to get that happiness in the end. I wish her luck trying to keep him faithful though.
What should I do? I don't understand how he could do this to me. It hurts so much. I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to tell you. Talking to me about it won't help. Ben and I have nothing to do with each other anymore.
You're his wife first.
Yes, and we divorced. If I were to put myself in the middle of his life now, it would only cause chaos for everyone. I'm not getting in the middle of this.
Well, what if you just talk to him as my friend?
But we're not friends.
We're not.
Look, Evan, it doesn't matter how you ask. There's nothing I can do for you.
Please help me.
I can't. Anyways, I have to go. I have a date tonight and I need to get ready.
A date? You're seeing someone already?
I've been single for several months now. There's nothing strange about me going on a date. Bye, Evan.
Selena. Please help me. Just give me some advice. I haven't been feeling well the last few days, so I took a pregnancy test. The test was positive. I didn't plan on getting pregnant. Ben has already left me to go live with her. My heart hurts so much and I don't know what to do. Kaylin came to my office yesterday and told my manager about how I was having an affair with a client. Ben's company is canceling its contract with us. There's a rumor that the company is blaming me for the lost contract and I could be fired any day now. All of that on top of being pregnant. I really don't know what to do, Selena. I always do this to myself. Why can't I be smart like you? I had to move here because my family found out about my relationship with our old classmate. The one who was married. They cut me off and told me they didn't want to see me ever again. So I moved here to try and start a new life, but now look at me. I thought that Ben would marry me and we would have a baby and build a life together. I told him that I was pregnant and he just blew me off. He said there was no way he was going to get another divorce and start all over rebuilding his life. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to raise this child as a single mom and now I might be out of a job. What should I do? Selena, are you there? Please, Selena. You are smarter than me and I know you'll know what to do. Please give me some advice. Don't leave me all alone like this. Selena, are you there? If you were a real friend, you would help me right now.
The sense of desperation conveyed in Evan's final messages made me question whether Ben would fulfill his responsibility of paying child support or if he would attempt to disregard both Evan and their child entirely. In the end, though, that didn't matter. Subsequently, a DNA test confirmed that the baby was not his biological child from the start. Despite Evan's persistent insistence that the child was his, the undeniable truth of the DNA test proved otherwise. In the face of irrefutable evidence, she finally confessed to having a one-night stand with another man. She reached out to the man she had been with that fateful night, and after some negotiation, he agreed to provide her with a one-time payment instead of ongoing child support. following the transaction, he promptly vanished from her life. She sought refuge at her parents' place and temporarily stayed there during her pregnancy, but her stay was short-lived. After the baby was born, she immediately put him up for adoption. Her family promptly disowned her upon her return. As for Ben, things didn't conclude in an ideal manner for him either. Rumors started circulating around the company about his involvement with the manager's daughter. Some even went as far as claiming that he manipulated her into a marriage solely for her wealth. He lost the trust of everyone, and as a result, his work performance drastically declined. The company was on the brink of bankruptcy due to the turmoil caused by his relationship with Kaylin, or so I heard.
Galvin, I'll be out today, okay? I'll see you later tonight.
What are you doing going out now?
Yup. Just for a little while.
Where are you going in such a hurry?
Oh, now we're special. A friend of mine invited me to a restaurant with an all-you-can-eat dessert buffet. There's even a discount if you travel in a party of 2 or more.
You're going out to eat again?
Like I said, it's not a huge issue. I just like to eat.
That friend you're referring to.
She's the girl I'm always telling you about, stupid. The one with a self-proclaimed iron stomach.
Okay then. I'll believe you on that. Aside from that, do you remember what day it is?
Of course I know, foolish. It's Christmas Eve.
That's not precisely what I meant, but it is.
I can't believe I forgot about the seasonal promotion at the buffet I'm heading to. Today is the last day of the buffet, so I really need to go or I'll miss out.
But you're aware that something else is going on today, aren't you? Apart from Christmas Eve and other holiday deals.
Aside from Christmas Eve, you mean? It's not exactly jingling bells for me.
You have no idea what I'm talking about?
Oh. Of course, I understand what you mean.
Are you certain?
Yeah. I'm with you, so don't say anything else. I assure you won't have to worry. I'll be home in time for dinner.
Speaking of which, if you're going out this afternoon, how is Alice? She said she'd complete her Christmas break schoolwork with a friend at their house today, correct?
That's right. I texted her to meet me at your mother's place once she finished her studies for the day. She sent me a thumbs up emoji, so I guess the message got through. And, of course, I told your mother to expect Alice this afternoon.
Did you do it? Thank you for the update.
We're having a full dinner today, complete with chicken and cake, right? I'm very excited. I'm going to eat till my trousers buttons come off.
The fact that you're saying it while on your way to a buffet confirms my suspicion that you're the one with an iron stomach. You know, traditionally, before a big, celebratory dinner, people fast so they can really taste the particular meal.
Yes, but remember that I'm the type of person that doesn't gain weight no matter how much they eat. So everything is well.
That's something I can't argue with. Just do me a favor and limit your food intake tonight. Please don't overdo it. I'm counting on you.
Whatever you say.
You're laughing, but I'm dead serious about what I just stated. Okay, I must return to work. We'll talk afterwards.
Okay, best of luck over there. I'm going out, so I'll see you later tonight.
I'm truly sorry. It appears that I will not be returning home until much later than I had hoped.
Is there something going on? Is everything all right?
We're having some problems here at the workplace, and it appears that I'm the only one who can have it all fixed and taken care of by tonight.
Oh no.
That sounds like a nightmare.
The good news is that I figured out what was causing the problem and how to solve it. Now I just have to do the troubleshooting. To be honest, this thing is shaping up to be a real thorn in my side. I guess I'll be working extra hours tonight.
That appears to be the only thing you can do right now, doesn't it? So, what should we do about our dinner plans in that case? It's too late to cancel the cake and chicken and everything else, so it's probably already on its way here.
If you wait for me, you'll undoubtedly be starving by the time I get home, so I suggest the two of you eat without me.
That's terrific.
Okay, the sooner I finish this, the sooner I'll be home and eating, so I should get back to work.
Yeah.
Good luck. We'll be waiting.
Is today a good moment to speak, Galvin?
So, what's up, Mom?
You're not working at this hour, are you?
I just got out of the office and am now warming up the car.
Oh, my. Don't tell me you had to work overtime today?
I'm sorry to say it, but that's exactly what happened. I had planned to leave at my usual time, but we ran into some unanticipated problems at work, and none of my coworkers were acquainted enough with the project to manage it, so it very much rested on my shoulders.
That is regrettable.
On the positive side, I finished correcting everything an hour earlier than I had anticipated.
That explains why you didn't show up to pick up Alice this afternoon, as I expected you to.
Huh? But didn't Irene come over to take her up from your house?
I waited and waited for Irene, but she never showed up. I tried calling her several times, but she never answered, and she hasn't returned my messages.
I don't think so.
Alice informed me she could walk home alone herself, but she's still in primary school. I didn't want to leave her alone in an empty house.
No, seriously. What became of Irene? She said she was heading to a restaurant with a dessert buffet today, but I'm sure she'd be done by now.
Galvin, pay attention to what I'm saying. Do you believe this has anything to do with Irene's feelings for Alice?
What exactly do you mean?
I'm not sure how to say it, or if it's even appropriate, but I'm Alice's grandmother, and you're her uncle. Our shared blood binds the three of us together, and blood, as they say, is thicker than water. Irene, on the other hand, is a little different.
Oh, okay, I guess you're correct.
On top of that, I believe Alice is still recuperating from what her parents did to her. She's young, and I don't think she's had time to recover from the affair or Sarah and Louis's divorce. Despite the fact that you and Irene opted to adopt her and treat her as if she were a daughter rather than a niece. Isn't this your first holiday season with her, and her first Christmas since what happened with her parents?
That's right. I thought she was doing a good job overall, but I've been preoccupied with work recently.
I understand that the circumstance was terrible, but for any child to be taken away from not just one, but both of its parents is heartbreaking. There is nothing more painful than this. As a result, I want you and Irene to be able to fill the emptiness in Alice's heart with wonderful memories, making this feel like a true second shot at a happy family.
Of course, that is exactly what I desire. I think we're an odd family, and we're definitely going through some growing pains, but I'm going to give it my all. That kid is deserving of nothing but the best.
I see.
Let me try talking to Irene again. I'm confident I'll be able to reach her.
Please notify me if anything unusual occurs. I'll always be available to give you my opinion on the subject, okay?
Thank you so much, Mom. By the way, I'm sorry to bother you, but could you please care after Alice for a few more hours tonight?
Sure, but why not come pick her up right now?
I'd want to go ahead to our house and see if Irene is still around.
That's what I mean. You're correct to seek her out, and I hope you do so soon.
In addition, I still need to get a Christmas dessert. I wouldn't want to show up to Alice empty-handed.
Yes, it is correct. So, since the bakery nearby is still open for a while, Alice and I could go pick up a cake and spare you some work.
Mom, you made an excellent decision. Make sure she gets the flavor she desires. She deserves it. Okay, I have to leave now. I'll message you again in a moment.
We'll be there waiting for you.
Hey, Irene! Pick up that phone!
Oh, Galvin, you were the one who called. I mistakenly thought it was someone else.
Seriously, where are you at the moment? My mother has been watching after Alice all evening, and according to her, you failed to take her up. What's the deal? And, to make matters worse, why did you have to devour the entire dinner before any of us arrived home? I'm not sure what I'm seeing here. I'm at a loss for words.
Huh? Wait, you're already home?
Wasn't I meant to be home already?
It's simply that you said you'd be home late tonight.
Yes, I finished earlier than expected. Now tell me, where did all our food go?
Oh well. I didn't want all that food to go to waste, so I said what the heck, I'll just dig in, better than having it go cold and uneaten, right? If you weren't coming home, I figured I'd bring my friend from the buffet home and we'd have our own small Christmas party.
And now you've gone out after all that eating? What are you doing now?
Oh, my friend and I were discussing getting drinks, so we're just hanging out at a bar. But is something wrong?
That's why I believed you were in trouble, but you were too darn busy drinking to go pick up Alice. You've got to be kidding me.
But, Alice, she's always really shy around new people, and she's never met this buddy of mine before, so she'd have a bad time going out with me and some girl she doesn't know, right?
That is not what I am referring about, and you are well aware of this. You left Alice, whom we plan to adopt as our own, alone with my mother to go to the party on your own, despite the fact that it was meant to be all about her tonight.
Is it really all about her? What exactly are you on about?
Oh, Irene, did you really forget?
What did I forget? I really don't know.
Do you recall how I asked you what day it was earlier today?
Yes, as I already stated, it is Christmas Eve. What do you think?
Today is a special day. Something more substantial than Christmas Eve.
What do you mean?
You claimed that you and I were on the same page and that I didn't need to bring it up, but it was plainly just you attempting to get me off your case. Because if you truly understood what I was saying, you would never have considered pulling a stunt like the one you did tonight.
Oh, really? Is this really so significant? I mean, I'm sure I remembered it from earlier in the conversation, but what was it again?
Today is Alice's birthday, you moron. I can't believe you overlooked such a vital detail.
Huh?
Don't you remember? Everything we had planned for today's party was supposed to help her get over what occurred between her parents and make some new, better memories. But you had to go be a glutton and devour the cake, the chicken, and everything else, you selfish, selfish lady.
Oh, hold on. Just a second, please. I assumed we received all of that food because it was food I enjoy eating.
Obviously, that's a factor. But I was thinking that we could all enjoy it as a family and make today seem special for Alice.
But I was just...
And that's not all. You mentioned you brought a girlfriend to our house for a party, but are you certain it wasn't a man friend? Maybe even a boyfriend, if I may be so bold.
Huh? Are you mad? How could you suddenly say anything like that?
Isn't it the competitive eater guy you've been hanging out with lately? You were observed holding hands as you came up to the home on your way back from your little date. While I was strolling down the street, I spoke with several of the more chatty neighbors. They didn't mind informing me what was going on.
No way.
Oh, and the neighbors said they heard you guys creating a bit of a commotion.
No way. You couldn't be serious, are you?
On my way home, I had a horrible feeling, so I asked Mom to watch Alice for a little longer while I checked things out. Thank God I trusted my instincts enough not to bring Alice home and show her what you'd done. That girl had been looking forward to tonight for weeks, with all the excellent food and the cake. I'm not sure what I could say to make her feel better about her favorite birthday supper being completely destroyed.
The funny thing is, you know.
We're getting divorced.
Huh?
Don't worry, I'll send your family a message about it as well.
I know you're mad with me, but could you please slow down for a second? You are the one who stated that Alice needed a mother in her life, correct? Wasn't that you?
Yes, but a mother who sneaks around behind her family's back and brings other men home on Christmas Eve isn't exactly what I had in mind for a wonderful mother.
But,
I'll pack your belongings and have a chip ready for anywhere you need it. Just tell me the address. You don't need to come back here, and frankly, I don't want you to.
No, just stop and listen to me.
I'm hiring a lawyer. They'll no doubt be pleased to walk you through the divorce paperwork and process.
I told you to stop and listen to me. You hear me? You're the one who's wrong here.
Please excuse me.
You only think about what Alice wants and needs. You no longer think about me. You're a terrible husband.
You say that, but weren't you seeing your iron stomach guy before Alice entered this family?
How did you do?
I remember it like it was yesterday. I watched him being interviewed online at least a year ago, and something he said stood out to me. He claimed that his girlfriend, Irene, enjoyed eating as much as he did and that he fell in love with her through food.
He mentioned my name during an interview?
I assumed it was a coincidence that we both had girlfriends with the same name at the time, but now I'm guessing that food-loving girlfriend was you, wasn't it?
Wait, let me clarify.
No need. See you later.
The following month, we divorced. I spoke with my lawyer, and we ended up asking for $22,000 for the settlement. My now ex-wife, Irene, was rejected by her parents and had to find a new job to pay alimony. Aside from that, the competitive eater she was seeing informed me that when they first met, she told him she was unmarried and never mentioned me. He profusely apologized to me and appeared forthright, so I assumed he was just as much of a victim as I was. Regarding Alice's birthday, my mother rapidly spread the news that we were throwing an unexpected party, and a large number of our relatives turned up at her house. Everyone brought dishes from home, and with the cake Mom and Alice chose that night, it turned out to be a vibrant, delightful event. Alice had a great smile on her face the entire night, and I drew a sigh of relief knowing that my family and I had rescued the day in some way.